Hi everybody, today we are talking about spring perfumes. I have plenty in front of me and we are covering all price ranges, all perfume types. There's niche, there's affordable, there's designer, all of it. Let's start. I'm gonna start with this one. This is Osmanthus by Molinard. This is essentially your Osmanthus perfume, of course. This is very fruity in the opening, and then drying down, it goes through the flowery and kind of slightly leathery aspects of the osmanthus flower, but mostly it's fruity, you know, that very kind of sour fruitness that osmanthus has. It's in this perfume. It's very bright and beautiful, and it has also certain density. You know, it's not a very airy perfume. It's not airy. This is kind of thick, not too thick, but it's kind of thick. It's not as jammy as Sunshine by Amouage, which I love. It's one of my favorites. It's probably my favorite osmanthus perfume. And it's not as airy as La Belle Flower Garden. I think that's the name, right? I have it here. Yeah, no, La Belle Flower Edition, sorry. This is airy. La Belle Flower Edition, you know. While the Osmanthus by Molinard is a bit more, it's fruitier, it's a bit, it's not like really jammy, but you can smell more the fruit juice and the fruit pulp, and you know, like it's very bright. And that's kind of it. Then we have, what do we want to talk about? Let's move to something different. This is Rose Lavande by Fragonard. If you're not new to this channel, I love Fragonard. It's my favorite affordable perfumery brand. It's kind of a niche brand from Grasse, and you know, they've been there making perfumes for a while. They have a very varied range of perfumes and fragrances, so you can pick the one you like the most. I usually try to get always the perfume concentration, which I find to be richer, more interesting, and also better performing. But I have an eau de toilette and an eau de parfum from them. In the past I had several eau de parfum, so I have 3 eau de parfum from them now, and 5 or 6 parfum concentration. So I actually should do a buying guide on Fragonard, because I have all the samples. I smell so many of their perfumes. I really like this house. This is essentially, what is this one, you're gonna be wondering. This is a rose and lavender perfume, as the name suggests, and it's coming with violet leaf, so it has this ozonic, very fresh touch. It opens up a bit citrusy, fruity, kind of a bitter sour more than bitter, making you think a bit of Delina when it opens up, but it's not Delina. But it's a perfume from the very same year, so it's not a dupe. But of course, the kind of trends in perfumery, you know, they're kind of similar. But this is a lavender take on that very trendy rose peony type of perfume. This is very fresh, very uplifting. It's been love at first sniff for me. I highly recommend this one. There's the Parfum and the Parfum concentration. Amazing. I have nothing else to add. Then, always talking of something very trendy, we have Rocco Barocco Golden Bouquet. So, I don't know if I talked to you about this one. I think so. I'm not sure. But anyway, this is not a dupe, but it's in the same ballpark as Hibiscus Majat by Maison Crivelli. So essentially, you're gonna get a fruity opening with a rose, with magnolia. There's blackcurrant. It's kind of tropical in the opening. Then you get some powderiness. It's fresh. Yeah, it has this spicy freshness. And yeah, it's a very beautiful, slightly powdery fruity rose perfume with freshness. I love it. This is very beautiful. I don't know if you can find it in the rest of the world, but you can find it in Italy for sure. Rocco Barocco Golden Bouquet. Then another one where we always go for this fruity tropical touch is Shamsi by Nabel. I bought this one on a lucky offer, let's say. But otherwise this is always going full price. It's very hard, at least in Italy, to find this one discounted, or in Europe in general I couldn't find it discounted but that time, and I picked it up. So this is Nabel Shamsi. This is essentially it's passion fruit in the opening. Even if they don't declare passion fruit, they say it's I think they say doesn't come to me, but anyway, it smells to me like passion fruit. It's sour, it's citrusy. I don't know why it comes to me in French, pamplemousse. How is that in English? The funny thing is, the other day I couldn't think of the Italian word and it would only come to me in English, and now it doesn't come. Anyway, pamplemousse. You know, this citrusy, pink citrusy type of very bitter, sour type of citrusy fruit. That one. That's the one declared. But I smell passion fruit, okay, in the opening. And then you get this magnolia rose. And then there's some creamy vanillic sandalwood on the base. That's what I smell. It's very beautiful. I really like it. Then, what else do I want? Ah, yes, let me talk about this one. So we have Orange Flowers by Montal. I think this is being discontinued. That's why I'm talking to you about this one. I actually really like it. I think it's a very natural smelling perfume. It's honey, orange blossoms, and ylang ylang. To my nose, mostly it's a flower bomb, and it's very sensual. And it's being discontinued. It's not on the Montal website anymore, so try to grab yours before it's too late. And then what? Let me talk about this one. This is a cheapie. This is Extra Rose by Pascal Morabito. So this is essentially Delina, a bit more transparent than the original Delina, kind of a hybrid, leaning more towards the original Delina, but a hybrid between Delina La Rosée and Delina itself, okay? Beautiful, super cheap. You can get this for maybe $15 to $25. Then, well, since we are talking about this type of style, this is not a dupe of Delina. No, it's not. So this is all over spray. It's like performs like an eau de parfum or an extrait de parfum by Atiab Al Marsoud. This is actually made in France, if I'm correct. Yes. And essentially it starts with this kind of almost not saying vintage, but very classic rose and oak moss type of accord, a citrusy rose oak moss, and then it completely changes after a few hours, maybe 2 or 3, and it gets more into what it says here, lychee rose accord, very popular, very trendy at the moment, a chameleontic perfume. You know, like it's kind of summarizing the history of rose perfumery, well, fresh rose perfumery in one scent, going from something that could be the old style, more old style Miss Dior, to nowadays Delina style type of perfumes. That's interesting. That's a nice twist. So Lychee by Atiab Al Marsoud. Then, what's up here? Okay, then I'm gonna talk to you about, I think, a brand I never mentioned on the channel. Or did I? Oh yeah, I think maybe, I don't remember, because I don't do the same videos in Italian and in English. So anyway, so this is Gris Montaigne Paris Yves. So this is essentially your Libre by Yves Saint Laurent dupe. So Gris Montaigne does perfumes, and many of their perfumes, if not, or at least for most of the perfume from Gris Montaigne that I have smelled, they're dupes of something. It's actually nice quality. I mean, the perfume smells very nice. It doesn't smell cheap at all. You know, sometimes in dupe perfumes that are inspired or similar to other perfumes, they do smell a bit cheap. I mean, there's something either unbalanced or something that doesn't smell right to the nose. Very often that's the case. But not with this brand, to be honest with you. I found a very good quality in all the fragrances I've tried from them. So, surprising. I mean, the full price would be 180 euros, which do not spend that money because this is something you can find for 40 euros almost anywhere in any country, at least in Europe. And this is essentially your Libre dupe. You can smell orange blossom and lavender, and but you know how it is Libre. I mean, the lavender is really in the back. What you get mostly is the orange blossom jasmine accord with, yes, some aromatic touch, which is the lavender. And that's it. I mean, I don't have much to say. There's vanilla. I mean, it's that scent. Yeah, there's not much to add. Great performance, by the way. Very, very good performance. These things, they perform all very well. Then another perfume, which I think is still very good for the current season. So this is my Amo Ferragamo, the EDP, and I lost the studs, unfortunately. This is a special edition bottle, which I bought because, well, it's very beautiful, but normally this comes transparent. And I think it's a bit iridescent, but I'm not sure. I don't remember very well. But essentially this is by Marisa Lamagne, and it's a perfume which is combining, it's bittersweet. It's interesting. It's got marshmallow, very sweet marshmallow, but it's cut through by a bitter note of, I think it's Campari or Aperol, something like that. But if you're familiar with Aperol Spritz or Campari Spritz, then you know this kind of bitter aromatic type of drink that we love to drink in Italy. Yeah, then you have it in the opening, and then so you feel the bitterness, you feel the aromatic touches, and then you are surrounded by this fluffy marshmallow sweet aura. And yeah, so I find it very interesting. I think this is a very underrated perfume and deserves much more hype. If you like perfumes like Sintra by Memo, I think you need to try this one because it's essentially the same concept. You know, you're getting something sweet, something fluffy, and then you're getting something aromatic and bitter, you know, like the neroli in there. Interesting take on a sweet scent. Then let's go for something completely different, something I really love. And here we get Amouage Portrayal. This is kind of a new entry in my collection. I've been eyeing this perfume for a while until I found a very good deal, and so I got it. I got it from an official distributor, so that's for sure not a fake. Be careful with Amouage because, you know, it can be fake when it's discounted. A very good place where to buy Amouage are duty-frees. If you book them online, you get additional discount, and it's already incredibly discounted when it's at a duty-free, and you are 100% sure that's original, so I would recommend that. So anyway, so this is essentially, if you're familiar with État Libre d'Orange jasmine and cigarette, this is essentially tobacco and jasmine. It's a full jasmine. It's beautiful, it's sensual, it's very carnal, but it's also very round and very soft somehow. It's perfectly blended with a tobacco, and you have this smoky aspect that it's done masterfully. I prefer by far the Portrayal by Amouage to the État Libre d'Orange version of Jasmine and Cigarette, despite that perfume being one of my favorite from the Eldo offering. So yeah, I would recommend Portrayal over that one, but yeah, that one can be found much cheaper, so that's also a good option in my opinion. Yeah, I mean, I can't wait to wear this one. I really can't wait to. Then I want to talk to you about something that surprised me. So this was a blind buy for me, and you would think Europe must be crazy, but it was very well discounted. So essentially, so this is and it was a gift also. So, you know, they asked me, oh, what do you want? And I'm like, oh, this one sounds right to me, and so I got this one. And yeah, so this was my Valentine gift. This is Me First by Carolina Herrera. So let me show you. Me First by Carolina Herrera. This is a special collection. I don't remember the name, whatever. Charms. Yeah, it's Charms. This very annoying thing that moves all the time. That's the charm. So Me First. This one is it got my attention because it's cardamom rose combination, which I think can be done stunningly, and I haven't come across that stunning version yet, but this gets very close to being very good. I mean, this is stunning on its own, but it's not what I was thinking it would be or what I wished it would be. But let's get into the scent. So if you test this one on a paper strip, it's gonna be like, okay, yeah, kind of smelled over and over again. Yeah, it's kind of this rose pepper with pink pepper with rose. And I was like, okay, a bit disappointed. Then I was like, let me wear it. I wore it, and while I was spraying it, after not even 5 minutes, I was already like, okay, the opening is wow. And then it kept being wow for a while. So essentially this opens with, yes, always the pamplemousse, which doesn't come in English. I don't know why. I think I already told you that usually it's the other way around. It comes to me in English and it doesn't come into my native tongue. So I'm a native Italian speaker and it doesn't come to me in Italian. It comes to me in English, and now it doesn't come in English. Of course, that's always how things work. So anyway, this is this pink, bitter, sour, citrusy fruit that in French is called pamplemousse, and in Italian is called pompelmo, and I can't get the English word now. So anyway, you get this very nice opening. Then it's spicy, there's pink pepper, and you get the cardamom. You get the cardamom when you wear it, and it's so beautiful and bright. I love cardamom in perfumes. Cardamom and rose, it's excellent. It's very beautiful. It's a rose, you know, it's not a peony. And that's important because, you know, very often nowadays rose is more peony, kind of, you know, this interpretation of rose like peony. It's kind of very, how can I say, maybe like Fleur Narcotique, a bit like Delina, a bit like Carolina Herrera Good Girl Blush, you know. No, this is really rose. It's a fluffy pink rose, but it comes with you know, the cardamom. So essentially, if you know the Courage white perfume with pink pepper and rose, I think that one also had iris or something like that. So if you get only the accord with the rose and the pink pepper and the add cardamom, and you had this very beautiful bittersweet pink pamplemousse in the opening, then this is it. Very, very beautiful. Actually, I was pleasantly surprised when I've been wearing this one. It's actually wonderful for the current season and also for summer, I believe. Then a perfume that got recently hyped because Demi Rowling talked about it in one of our latest videos is Allegoria Forte Flora Bloom by Guerlain. If you want the in-depth review, I have a dedicated video here on the channel. But essentially this is your very light, transparent tuberose scent with almondy touches, some coconut in the opening, but you know, you can barely smell it. Same for the mango, barely smell it. It's almost not there. But essentially this is green and flowery. This is green. The juice is pink, but this is green. This is a green tuberose with almond, essentially, to my nose. I love it. I really like this type of scent. It's actually very long lasting. You know, the Forte is real. It's really strong. So I told you this. Okay, sorry. I have plenty of perfumes in front of me. Now they're coming in our video as well. So yeah, Flora Bloom Forte by Guerlain. Beautiful creation by Christine Delphine Jacques. Sorry, Delphine. Then what do I want to talk to you about? I don't even remember what I already talked about. Oh yeah, staying always within the green realm of perfumery. Here we have Anna Sue Dew Fields. And this is essentially green tea plus a green rose. And that's it. That's it. Beautiful. Simple and done right. That's all I have to say. So this I think is perfect also for summertime. Really, really beautiful. This is the newest collection called the Wild Collection. There's one that I would not recommend, which I'm going to show you because I blind bought it. So this is essentially fabric softener. I was really looking forward to this one because it said juniper berries, which I love in perfumery, and jasmine and amber. But to my nose, this is fabric softener. It's the very famous one. I don't know if this is the same worldwide, but in Europe you get it. There's a teddy bear, and the color of the fabric softener is light blue. Exactly that one. Exactly that one. It's 100% like you've been putting on you the fabric softener. No, thank you. Would not recommend this one. I would rather recommend, always from the same line. Yes, I bought 3 of them, but that's it. I would recommend Electric Whisper. So if you like tropical fruity floral perfumes, this is essentially guava. Then you get the lychee and rose combo, but it's kind of made kind of juicier. You can feel the pulp, really the pulp of the fruit, thanks to the guava, I believe. I think there's also cassis, which I love. I love cassis and blackcurrant. 2 of my favorites. Not well, my favorite note is essentially the same thing. I prefer when it's jammy, but whatever. So essentially this is a perfume I really like. I like tropical perfumes, especially flower tropical, but also fruity tropical. This is mostly, you know, this fruity perfume with rose touches, and it's got an ambery and ambroxan base, so it's very long lasting and projects quite a bit. So you have to be up for such a perfume, but beautiful one. Now I don't remember anymore. Did I talk to you about Fragonard? Yes, I did. Fragonard also has a new one, which I bought, of course, because why not? I mean, this is kind of 1 year old. This is Melody by Fragonard. So, yeah. This one is essentially a creation by Louis Turner, which is a perfumer I really appreciate. And this is, I think it's raspberry and rose. Essentially what you get is this very transparent rose, slightly juicy, fruity, maybe kind of greenish, but this is a perfume that is very elegant, sophisticated and fresh, very good for summer and spring. So Melody by Fragonard. Nice one. I mean, I have many from Fragonard. I told you I like it. And well, maybe you want to hear about this one as well. Okay, this one is one that you already heard about for sure, because it's been hyped up when it came out. This is Camellia K by Ella K. Ella K is one of my favorite brands. I have a dedicated buying guide on my previous channel. I think I own 10 bottles of this brand, just to give you the idea. I bought them all. I bought them on discount, but I bought them all myself. So this one is very good for spring, I believe. It can also be worn in summer, but spring is its season. So this is essentially always bright, citrusy in the opening, maybe some ginger, some spices, and then you get this peony accord. It's beautiful. It's got some resemblance with, just to give you the idea of the type of scent, with L'Interdit Rouge by Givenchy, which is also another scent that I highly recommend for the season. I have several flankers of L'Interdit. Here I'm showing you this nocturnal jasmine one, where, you know, jasmine is very nice quality of jasmine, to be honest. There's also the Neroli one, which more than Neroli kind of leans orange blossom, so highly recommend if you can still pick it up. I also bought the Tuberose Noire, so the one with this smoky tuberose and coffee accord, which I have to test, so I'm not going to talk to you about it today, but I will talk to you about it soon. Then another perfume that is a dupe of Yves Saint Laurent Libre is Girl Life by Rochas. Rochas very often does kind of inspired or dupe fragrances, or very similar to other ones. So I wanted to mention this one for you to, you know, in case you were looking for an alternative. It's super cheap. I mean, you can find this for 15 or 20 euros. What else? What do I want to talk to you about? Well, I can talk to you about this one actually. This is Vorodi by Nabel. I think I already talked to you about Shamsi. So Vorodi is essentially the banana scent. It's ylang ylang to me, because I'm a flower girl. But, you know, the declared notes are banana, then ylang ylang and other tropical flowers, and then I think it's sandalwood and vanilla, something like this. But essentially that's what it smells like. It smells like ylang ylang and maybe some tuberose, and then it's more like in the opening the ylang ylang is very strong. It's so strong, to me it's kind of, I don't want, it's not unbalanced, it's on purpose made extreme. Okay, so that's why it gets the banana. So the people say it's banana, that's the note you declared note. To me it's just a very strong ylang ylang, almost animalic. And then it gets into the creamy aspect of the ylang ylang, coming together with some white flowers, maybe gardenia, maybe tuberose, something tropical anyway, enhancing the tropical aspect. I already talked very deeply about this one, I think, in a video. I'm not sure if I did it in English, so I'm gonna repeat myself in case. And essentially this reminds me of some Gucci perfume. I think it was Gucci the brand, some Gucci perfume from the 90s. It was very trendy at the time. You know, trends are coming back from the 90s, also in perfumery, not just in the fashion. And that's it. I mean, you can tell this is the type of, when I smelled this one, I was like, okay, but this smells like that perfume I really used to love when I was a kid. And I know because of one of the best friends of my mother, she was wearing this perfume all the time. And I remember I asked her at the time, and she told me it was a Gucci perfume. So there was this flowery Gucci perfume with ylang ylang and other tropical flowers, and that then dries down to some milky woods, some, you know, creamy milky woods like sandalwood, probably coming together with some vanilla, probably some clean musk, something like that. Very beautiful. That's Vorodi by Nabel. And if you're looking for other banana perfumes that maybe are not the latest one that came out, you can also check out some classical ones if they're still produced. These I'm not sure about. Let me show you the names. I have here my samples thing. So this you can look for Comme toi Sud Pacifique, Vanille Banane. This opens up very much like banana, like you know, the flavor you will find, the flavor you would find in food, and then it goes down into this essentially clean creamy musk, you know, kind of ylang vanilla. That's what these are, the declared notes, but to keep it simple, it's what I told you, clean creamy musk type of thing with vanilla and ylang ylang. But in the opening it's pure food flavor. Same thing we can say for the opening of this one, Bana Banana by L'Artisan Parfumeur. Also here you got this really food-like banana, and then it dries down to a flowery, kind of clean, creamy type of perfume. You know, it's ylang ylang. Banana, essentially, they couple it always with ylang ylang because probably there's something that goes well together. And I think I talked about almost all perfumes. Yeah, maybe I want to mention this one because I don't know if I talked about it on the English channel. So this is a Rassasi perfume. This is Somov Al Rassasi Oud Rose. And this is essentially a Delina exclusive dupe with a twist. So it's an inspiration, it's not a dupe. It's an inspiration of Delina exclusive with the twist of more cassis, more fruit in the opening. Very beautiful opening, very tropical, with the cassis that makes it like you can feel the pulp of the fruit, and you know, it's kind of jammy, but then it's got the nice powderiness of the Delina exclusive. Beautiful, beautiful perfume if you can find it. And I guess that's it now. Yes. Oh well, I mean, why not? Last one. Magnolia Rose, a creation by Natalie Lawson. This is a Maison Lancôme one. I love this one. I bought the travel spray here. I mean, this is a 1 ounce perfume. I bought it, I loved it, and I told myself whenever I find it on offer, I'm gonna buy another one because this is a backup worthy perfume. So I need to talk to you about this one. So this is a rose with this kind of wet, bit, kind of not really citrusy, but very, you know, magnolia can be a bit citrusy, this, and can be wet, can be a bit like watery, and so it's like the rose is in front of you and it's real, you can touch it, you know. It's very velvety. I think there's something like sandalwood, or anyway something kind of creamy, some musk. I don't know what's exactly in there in the dry down, but I love this perfume. I really love it. So I think this one is full bottle worthy, it's backup worthy. I bought one when I found this on offer. at a duty free. So yeah, I also have another bottle of this one, much bigger. Highly recommend this one. If you haven't smelled it, go smell it, because I don't know if it's still in production. I hope they have not discontinued it, because they rebottled everything. So that's one that is really, really worth it. And that's it. Yeah, let's cut it here, because otherwise it gets too long. And let me know what are your spring perfumes. I have many more to talk to you about, but tonight I just wanted to mention these ones and hear your thoughts about them. So let me know what you think. Bye.